We get Sab on the track.
Right, so should you follow a meal plan or flexible dieting? Your thoughts?
Again, it's one of these things that's really so subjective, and especially down to what it is that you want to achieve. You're always going to get, for me, I find anybody's going to get better results if they stick to a solid meal plan. If you are not paying attention to what you're putting in your system and it's sporadic all the time, you're kind of doing yourself a little bit of a disjustice.
You've got no consistency in terms of the macro and micronutrients you're putting into your body. So if something's not working and you need to change a variable, it's then very difficult to change a variable because you don't really know what the variable is. And the variable obviously being food. If it's food all over the place, how do you know what's causing you an issue? How something's making you feel? Yeah. Whereas if you've got a set meal plan, you know at like 3 o'clock I feel a bit crap and tired. You can look at the meals around that time and think, okay, if we change X, Y, Z, we can look to improve that. But then if you're constantly changing your foods and working on flexible dieting, then you can't really do that as well.
Yeah, I don't like the whole flexible dieting if it fits your macros approach. I'd rather see somebody stick to a meal plan 80 to 85% of the time, and then within that they don't have to feel guilty about having something off plan. Do you understand what I mean? Rather than trying to pack my macros and calories out solely through foods that I enjoy, or shit food.
Yeah,
I think you get so much more return from adhering to a solid meal plan, and then at the times where you want to kind of just break off and have something, it's easier to track that one thing. So, for instance, if you're following a meal plan, you have something that's off plan, and then that upsets your stomach. Well, you know that's messing up your stomach, not a handful of different things that could be messing up your stomach.
Yeah, basically, there'd be too many variables at play. Yeah. Also, I think the risk for miscalculation of ballsing up is too much. And I think also the likelihood of you eating poor quality food is probably very high. And it's not just looking at the macronutrients, it's the micronutrients of what's actually within the food. So like a gram of protein, a gram of carbohydrates, say from a Pop-Tart, isn't the same as a gram of carbohydrates from a potato. The micronutrients involved in both are completely different. So that would be a good analogy to compare it to.
It's not like I'd never say that you couldn't do it, because there's people out there that can, and we probably could get away with eating, and if it fits your macros approach and getting fucking shredded, you probably could, but you have to kind of weigh up.
Is it optimal?
It's not. No. Yeah, exactly. That's the word.
So if you're looking to try to make something optimal, you want the quickest way to get from A to B, and flexible dieting, if you fit your macros, is definitely not the way to do it. So
not at all. And it comes down to the fact of, yes, it is an equation of calories in versus calories out, but it's how efficiently your body how efficiently your body's breaking down those nutrients and shuttling those nutrients into the muscle cell. Because that's the way that I look at it. If I'm eating, if I want to look a specific way, I'm going to make sure that my body is firing all cylinders to get those nutrients into the muscle cell. And ideally, you're only going to get that by feeding yourself decent micronutrients.
Also, a big thing to be aware of as well, alongside the flexible dieting, if it's a macro approach, is that you are risking getting high levels of inflammation if you're eating shitty junk food. So personally, I notice a big difference in terms of how my joints feel. If I eat, even to be fair, if I drink a lot of Diet Coke or diet soft drinks, I can feel the inflammation in my joints just feel a bit crap. Everything doesn't feel particularly great. My muscles almost don't feel quite as full. So that is another thing to be aware of. So you've got to think about everything involved. Don't enjoy your life. Have what you want within reason, but try to have a structured meal plan of decent quality food, and it will help you get where you want to be.
Yeah, that's it, pretty much.
Job done. Stick to diet.
Stick to it.
We get Sab on the track.